Right. Guide. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is, I think, gonna be fairly longish. Or maybe it won't be, I don't know. That's okay, though. Ah, itchy nose. Rage, hello you. GG's on first as usual. Take that indeed. Oh my god, that's loud in my ear. Holy
Submit!
Shit. I'm definitely submitting to how loud that was. Hello, Savage, I do hope you're well. Thank you for checking in, Rage. How's it going? Okay. Right, see if we can get this knocked out. I don't know why I'm saying we'll see if we can. We know we can get this knocked out tonight. We're literally, also letter 2. We literally only have like the last bit of this trial. I think I don't know how long it'll take, but we'll see. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Once this is done, I'm going to take a break for a little bit and then to like double check that, you know, the volume's okay, that sort of thing's okay, then we can start up some Ever Crisis. Got stuff to do later on. Damn, Savage, how could you let me down like that? Imagine having stuff to do. How did you manage that, Rage? Damn, dude. Now then, would the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Whew, hello there. Miss Lana Sky, you're the chief prosecutor. She certainly is, isn't she? I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Miss Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court of your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course. The truth. I fucking doubt it. Why do you end stream later? Wait. What do you mean, why did I end stream later? Wait. Wait. My brain's froze, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well, I had work, Savage, unfortunately. Also, hello, Goober. How is the very handsome one doing? I do hope you're well. Rage, thank you for streaking in my channel. Damn, look at that ass go. Hello, Devils. Mr. Avocado, how's it going? I do hope you're winning. What have you been up to? You still working? You still slaving away at work? Lana, no matter what happens, always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Gant. Damn, say that, Goobs. Ooh, a snake eater.
Clapping my ass cheeks as I learn to guard.
Oh my. I'm sure there'll be some clapping of the cheeks.
Harriet!
Yep. Oh yeah. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have got to get Gant. Gant and the fabrication. You know what I need to do? I haven't locked the front door. Give me a moment.
Money!
Damn girl, as a Gengar, but I will definitely hit you with my gunk shot.
I'm back. Oh my god. Let's have a look at this clip. Not even I know, not even 5 minutes in. Can I go to the other monitor, please? Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be clapping them cheeks. Miss Curse Gengar? How could I not, how could I miss that? It's just there. And also I had to BRB Goober to make sure that I had my door locked. Do you want me to be so safe and sound? So that no dodgy people come walking through the store? There's a donation? Did you actually? The activity feed doesn't tell me, unless you're fucking memeing. I was gonna say, because the activity feed doesn't tell me. Actually, it doesn't even tell me if people donate. That's kind of shit. It's supposed to pick up donations. That's so weird. Okay, well, Gengi, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Gengi. I have no idea. It doesn't actually tell you that. That's so stupid. Where can I actually find that alert? Does any of my things capture that? Hold on. Does Firebot note it? No. That's so shit because it is literally an alert and stuff you can do. So you'd think it like so you think it where can I actually go to see that, like to actually see that's been picked up? Because I need to check what the message was and how much it was. Is it? Would it be Streamlabs that have that? Log in with Twitch. Oh yeah, I like never going on this browser, do I? Recent events, maybe? Damn girl as a Gengar. I'd definitely hit you with a gunk shot. That thank you so much for the £1. Gunk shot does not sound very sexy, I gotta be honest. When I think gunk in that context, I think like oh yeah. Oh, I need to move the hold on, I need to mix it up's chat away. Wait, can you? How do you do that, Rage? You gotta tell me all about that. I find it very strange to see Goober and Curse Gengar in the same place, same time. That is interesting. Although Goober is right that he is always stalking. Uncleanness is someone's turn. Oh yeah, I mean absolutely there's a fetish for everything, which is funny enough we talked about on Keki's stream earlier. There's absolutely people that get off to people being unhygiene, as they say. I have to check that out, Rage. Yeah, thank you for the £1, I appreciate it. Oh, gunk though, I don't know. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I've got something in my tongue. Oh. That's so weird, it's a bit of the food I had earlier. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dart convicted. I had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana, if this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. What if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. Defense might now begin its cross-examination. Okay. Hold it! How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective, let's see, I was 24 then, so that'd be 5 years ago. Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And... okay. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana, so that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? I never fucking buy it. So you say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor ward knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? The prosecutor marshal died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change the statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. Ooh, look who it is. Is that the one, the only? The H2... Oi! Oh, big stretch. Ugh, the H2Oi, how's it going? Have you had your glawa today? I currently have some oatmeal. Oh, got my eyes itching. It's probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies and more lies. All just to protect me. How's it going, Mr. Glawa? Or whatever you have today. You got to tell me what you've been having. So when you found a scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim wound and then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. Yeah, gonna be cut me. You've had your dihydrogen oxide. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus Christ! I just knocked my mic. Oh yeah. Hello, Simp. Thank you for checking in. How's it going? Yeah, I'm nearly done with the game. So once I finish this off, I'll be taking a bit of a break and I'll be starting the first Soldier storyline in Ever Crisis, which is going to be really exciting to play through that for people. I'm sure some folks have played Rebirth or recognize a character from that. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I'll ask for the sake of the others. Why did you plant the knife? Why did you do that? Come on now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out. Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife. Hey, I wonder who that can be. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that point might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body. So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound? Yes, because I hated Dark for what he did. I need to have the weapon buried in his body be all the proof we needed. Okay, we'll leave that for now. So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence? She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying. Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. I've got to get Lana to talk more. What's it called, like Resonance or something like that? The mobile one? Or the ex-mobile one that they've... I think it's called Resonance or something like that, right? The one that's like a similar art style to like the Dragon Quest games, like 2.5 HD or whatever. But yeah, see, I saw that, unless you're talking about another one. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Yeah, so we're going to do that just because if you ask about something else, she'll also change the thing then. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Okay. Pieces of the jar, you mean... Yes, that wretched jar Mr. Wright showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt to be more expedient to move the body. I don't know how you pronounce that. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. That's weird. How did the name get written on it then? Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during the struggle. I see. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed, but I have a feeling there's more to it than that. There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Yeah. How can you write the name on it if it's shattered? Anyway, I've committed this fabrication completely alone. Does that mention it? Yeah, like there's no way you could have the... Yeah, hold on, I think that's it. Objection! Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been useless. Even so, I am compelled to bring it to everyone's attention. A significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Ah. He couldn't have written Emma's name in the shattered jar. Order, order. Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony. Jar and the message in blood, okay. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away this message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. This is getting spicy. So the jar was already broken. It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Did you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. Okay. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you do that for me? It seems you two might make up yet. Anyways, it's barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. Yep, more like Phoenix wrong. How's it going, Tess? I do hope you're well. Milk. Hey, listen. Ha 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 ha. Got a headache. Am I hungry? Why are you hungry? Go eat some food, Tess. Oh God. Nice car.
Submit!
Perfect. Oh, I certainly will, Goobs. You will in 10 seconds. What are you eating? Tell me everything. This is rather shocking. To be safe, I wiped away the blood, okay. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. What's your food, Tess? What's your food? Don't leave me hanging. But how could he see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry my bottle of emergency illumina wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. Wow. Thank you for the biddies, mind. Wow. High protein oh no, anything in protein that usually tastes like shit. Not like that, but I mean like, usually if something's like brags about how much protein it's got in it, like it's advertised for like protein people, I mean, I don't know. Like it always tastes like shit. I do hope it tastes good though. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. Yes, I don't have any excuses for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After all, we've gotten to the bottom of this incident. No doubt the stay will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Oh my. Maybe I need to have more protein then. Objection. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you are unaware of. What? We found the final piece of jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witnesses testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Objection! Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. Never change, Judge, never change. Good old Udgy. But couldn't the defendant simply have missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Ha, can you believe that? Oh my god, dude. Like, come on, man. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? He clearly has. When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. Nice cock. Perfect. Hello, simp. You have a nice one too? There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? That was tons of protein. That is true. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? I know, dude, the judge is having to crash out. Even the judge is crashing out on this case. No. Wait, I'm not the one on trial. I'm not the one on trial, apparently. On trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question, what is this action called? Fabrication. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And here is the reason why Miss Skye became the Chief's puppet. No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Okay. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana? Maybe right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. You sent me something? Oh, God. I still can't get over how much that fucking card costed. Cost even. Nothing cost is an actual word. Actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, then Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check the evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Let's have a look. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. That's because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I rearranged the scene. Hello, Stubbs. How's it going, my friend? I do hope you're well. Mr. Wright, that piece cut out from his vest, could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? What's this? It's a handprint. That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whose ever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Come on, dude. Come now, Urgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant? What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined testimony. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be the risk the judge was talking about. To sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Bro going Super Saiyan. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that is true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't, but someone does. Someone? So then, what's your excuse, Righto? Right, okay. So we can get a game over here, and we're actually going to show what happens if you do that. I think this is one of the few. I don't know how often this series this happens, but you can like get trapped into getting the game over, like by doing something you think you're supposed to do. So then, what's the excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Yeah, let's just save again, because I'm pretty sure it's here you do that. I know I'm not going to say what... I know there's something similar in the second game at the last case. I obviously won't specify what that is exactly, but... I don't know if you're thinking of that, Savage. But it is something kind of similar with that. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I'd better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Yep. Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence. You can think of a certain pressing matter that pun is part of the issue. Is that one of those things where, like, if you press, you get a game over or something like that? Alright, the time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have got to be the Chief's. Now then, let's use conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Yeah, so we're gonna get game over by showing this. That's a piece of leather clothing. Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest. And what's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. What? Whose fingerprints are on this? I'm sure Wright has checked. Haven't you? Well, whose are they? They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies. What? They're mine? So I really did do it. See, I told you it was conclusive. But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that? But... Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. No. It appears we have our killer. RIP. No! Dun dun dun! We done fucked up. Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana was found guilty. Yep, very naughty. There's actually kind of, in a way, though, there is a clue when you have the choice. Because I don't think you tend to see it worded like this. Yeah, so let's see here. So it says here, cannot show evidence. It's really funny how they worded this because, yeah, you literally cannot show it. I think it's to do with the evidence law, if I remember. Let's see here. Yeah, so... no evidence shall be shown about the approval of the police department, and unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case and trial. I believe it's rule 2, or it's one. Obviously, it's one of the two, but there's a reason why you actually can't show the evidence. But yeah, you're supposed to select this. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie. Chief Gant, you opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I love this, by the way. Because it's basically just a role reversal of the game over. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. It's a very dusty PS4. Can you show me? I want to see that. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? Looks like a part of it's been cut off for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, concealing evidence? This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the goal, Mr. Raito. Or Raito, even. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she'd ask me for my aid. By the way, really interesting wording there if people picked up on that, but he says if it makes it, like, making it look like that she did it. It's like, that's interesting. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When we rearranged the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. I did this before Lana arrived at the scene. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance. Of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? Who do you take me for, fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. If I get to it first, my local version converts us to auction games place, so people tend to buy it for like market value. Yeah. See his jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on the jar too? Ho ho ho. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? Hold on. So I don't know if you're allowed to show it now. I think you do it now because he has admitted to it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that being chief and all, but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it's too late. It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Is this the part you showed the book? Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Okay, do I show it now? Or do I have to show the thing saying, actually, this is why I didn't show it? Can I save? No, I'll just try show it now. Let me verify this once more. Climax. Oh my. I think you do present it now. Yeah, I think you present it now only after he's like admitted to most of it. Well, the whole safe thing. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of victim's vest. Oh, yes. At last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that immediately be sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean, it could not have been forged, there must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Ho ho, you're as slow in the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person whom these fingerprints belong to are... Emma? Emma Skye? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma, but why? Why didn't you tell me? Oh ho 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 ho. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you, you monster? Miss Skye? You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, and yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Skye, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. But this is a lie, by the way, because you got like a million sequels. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neo Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neo Marshall, you asked? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Contradict even. Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. It's the picture, right?
Submit! Coward.
Was it the picture? Wait, which picture was it? Was it this one? Yes, yeah. The blood. Yeah. There's no blood on the cloth. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Skye took. Take a good look at it. Yep, I remember now, yep. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth... Wait. There's no blood on it. Oh yeah, get fucked, dude. Since Emma Skye's fingerprints are on the cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Skye? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the arm with his sword. Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name in a jar with the victim's blood. Then he broke the jar and purposely behind the clue, and made Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago?
Submit!
That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. Aw, get fucked, dude. Get fucked. It's finished. Oh god, okay. Nice cock. Perfect. Oh, that was close, right? So you almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order, order. What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Uji. Earlier, Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Raito? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Yep, this is where the case law comes out. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can't present at this point in time. Yeah. Moon, thank you for the Morgie. Oh, where's the Morgie Porgy at the moment? No, she's not in the room. Thank you for the biddies, Moon. I do hope you're well. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. She's such a cutie, isn't she? I love her. Laser needs cleaning. I haven't had a PS2 Slim in years. I think it's only when my ex had one I used one, but the one I always used was a fat one. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Miss Edgeworth? True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict the person, assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? Certainly. I refused to present evidence at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved in presenting evidence. No, Urgy, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't let him. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. Take that. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. It was the second rule, okay. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case and trial. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SO9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. Oh, fuck yeah. 10 more missions you've done with play with others in the Fortnite Huge Group. Fuck yeah. So wait, is that how long before Plat, Moon? The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could have been. Damon Gant. The killer was you. Well, get fucked. Oh, his crash shot's brilliant. I'm not voice acting this. Although I think everyone's played a crash out that bad at least once in their life. I certainly have.
Coward.
But all you can do is just laugh. I still need about 550 more missions, but those could be speedrun. Fuck yeah. That's fantastic. You're so close, Moon. I believe in you. Hello, Pyramid. Just in time to see the grand finale of this game, huh? I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr and convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he had to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There's just too many questions left unanswered. He told me to open up the evidence room and take it out. It's not too late. I'll hand this to Marshall. Well, to be honest, I was a little panicked too. I had a bad feeling about it, but never knew it'd come to this. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. You'd only increased the amount of blood and you couldn't finish what you started. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I was wiping it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my mistake. Detective Gumshoe's bloody handprint. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, we couldn't think of any other way to move the body. You broke the trunk, but what's the big deal? You pulled down a lot more than us. You pulled down a lot more than us detectives. Well, what does this have to do with anything? You're horrible. How could you get Miss Skye involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I feel bad for having to do it. I couldn't sit around and pick and choose what to take. Well, you left the jar fragments and gloves. Yeah, it looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, what are you doing in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me. We're the same. One day you understand. If you want to take them on alone, you figure out what's needed. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy. Well, what? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Urgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here, and Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. You see, if I listen carefully, I can hear it right now. The sound of a new beginning. Oh, what a waifu. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Skye, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Skye. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Aww. She's beautiful, man. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Skye. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. So stop it. I only did my job. What true pair? In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for those crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Oh god, I love it. Well, this trial's gone on for far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, not guilty. Woohoo! Get the fucking confetti out! Yes! We're finally over it! Yay! That is all. The court is adjourned. I know. I do love the way this case ends. It's great. February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, at long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Ah, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around all on duty, while on duty. On top of off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, line up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Aww. Lana, should you be doing this? Ah, she's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Aww. Oh, Emma. Emma. Aww. There we go, a new beginning. Oh god, I love this. It gets me a bit misty-eyed too. And that's mastery. That's the game done. With a really... Oh, I love this. Lovely ending. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find a way back to our path. And once we've found our path, we can move on from our past mistakes towards a brighter future. He's fucking right, you know. Video games be telling you real shit. At least that's what I felt looking at those two sisters make up. That's mastery, yeah. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Look at that fucking face, dude. Where is he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly. Not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't change my own mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gans was right. Thank you, Savage. Oh yes, it's the edgy poos. Yeah, same, GD, same. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me were the same. One day you understand. If you want to take them on alone, you figure out what's needed. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime alone, one needs a weapon. It's scary, but I've been thinking the same thing for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime alone, one needs a weapon. That may be right, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Spuddy Buddy, hello, just finishing this game. Ooh, how's the gym? What's your PB? Oh, I do want Edgeworth inside of me. Huh, what? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. The evidence list, yeah. That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, what happened in this trial can either make or break you as a prosecutor. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. Savage. I better be getting back too. Okay, I'll come visit you. Your legs hurt? You did leg day? Oh my god, I bet your legs are hench now though.
My, what lovely feet.
It seems you both still have a lot to learn. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. Aww. She's beautiful when she smiles, man. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Oh. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. I love how Edgeworth's the last. See, look, one true pairing, man. He's the last person he thought of. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. What is it, detective? This is a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who'd be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I could afford that on my salary? You're gonna be kidding me, pal. Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Since we're all here, why don't we all just go together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Wait, how do you do it? Objection! Is it not let me do it? Wait, let me do it. How'd I yell objection? Let me yell at them.
Submit!
Objection! But why is that fucking doing it? Let me do my objection, please. Okay, hold on. How do I get the menu up? I put my heart into it. Oh. Wait, productive. I wasn't even talking about being in heat! Oh my god. Savage, I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna get the Bible. And I forgot, by the way, they're doing F1 mutes it, by the way. You need Jesus, okay? Oh, that's why. That's why. I was still in blowing mode, apparently. Oh god, don't quit out, for love of God. Objection! No, oh, there we go. There we go. There we are. I did put my heart into it. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. She's a coroner. I think Emma would be pleased. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Which, by the way, to my knowledge, and don't spoil if that's the case, I don't think this ever happens in any Ace Attorney game, unfortunately. Which is a shame. Hello, Sniper Wolf, how's it going? Yikes, I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my authorized investigation chief's office. Oh my god, savage. Wait, no, that's GD. Never mind. If you penalize anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show you can't shake me off that easily. So what we'll do is we'll take a bit of a 10-minute break and then we'll start Ever Crisis. We'll do the FF7-a-thon. It shall begin today. That's good, Sniper. That's good. You been up to anything else recently? My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm going to make detective. Oh god, no. Yes, sir. Then I could be just like that Dick Gumshoe. Please, no more the megaphone. Disney Atlantis trophy. What do you mean Disney Atlantis? That's cool. I heard Escape from Tarkov's pretty fun. I know a few people that play that. It's okay, Spud. There's no rush. Wait, it's a Wait, did we do a hungry one? Nom 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 nom. Was that the one with the licking or something? There's our boy, the blue badger. What a fucking legend. Look at him go. Oh, okay. Rip. Pray for the blue badger, he's not gonna make it. You buy Toy Story 2 and 3 now before it gets delisted. Wait. Before it gets delisted? What do you mean delisted? There's a rush because I looked at the screen for all day. Oh my god, same. Oh my god, there's so many fucking hotties. Who's your favourite, Spud? What is it? Can you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seeing one of those guards, it seems. Who isn't she fucking? Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back a smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get the water? Wait, why? That's on its downfall. I knew there was a This Is Atlantis game, but I didn't know it got added to PS Plus. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. I think I get a new version, I got you. Fair's enough. I love the credits theme, by the way, it's really underrated. Da, da, da. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. I noticed that name, yeah. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left. Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for how many years? Anyway, I've got trial to get to, so I better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. Oh, they're all fucking hottie spud. Genesis is a real hottie. Did you see that? You know, because I assume you know that Gact was the model for him, right? He actually did like a Genesis cosplay recently, which was really fucking cool, and he looked really hot too. Oh my god. Brandon Gay. Yeah, that's a deeply unfortunate last name. Deeply unfortunate last name. Maybe fortunate. Actually, I guess a fortunate last name, because fuck yeah. Ah, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing Nick and his objections. Still, I can't go back into my full-fledged spirit medium. I'll show you it in a minute, Spud. Maya, afternoon's training's about to begin. Coming. Well, see you around, Nick. Yeah, it's on his Instagram. If you can't find it, I'll find it for you, because I did show it to show. Hello, Patat, how's it going? We just finished the game. There's so many hot people around. That's cool. What was the other game? Sniper. But hello, Patat. I do hope you're well. I'm just about to finish up this game and take a quick break before starting some FF7 games. Thank you, Mid. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. I brought you your tea. Hmm? What's going on? Uh-oh. What's happened with Edgeworth? Do, do, do. Hello, Iconic. How's it going? Oh, did he say? Yeah. Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Oh, I don't have the finger, that's why. Oh, I love this photo as well. Aww. What a game. What a game. What a story. And that's it. That is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Whew, what a game. Oh, God, I love this game. Thank you to everyone who voted for it. I was really surprised. I do want to say this. I was actually really surprised people actually wanted to see this get played compared to the options it was going up against. I know there's games like... This beat out Pokemon Snap and Crash Bandicoot, and I'm really surprised by that. I did not know that many people would be interested to see me play, like, just a visual novel, essentially. Especially compared to, like, Pokemon and Crash, which is two, like... You know, Crash, for people might want to see me, like, crash out, but... Pokemon Snap is Pokemon, so people might want to see that. So, yeah, I'm actually really surprised this won out. So thank you so much for picking it. We will be seeing... Once, obviously, the FF7-a-thon's done and we get back to our regularly scheduled streaming, Crash Bandicoot will be played next because that was the one that came second on the voting and is the next... Obviously, it's, you know, lost out multiple rounds of voting, so yeah, we'll be playing it next. But yeah, thank you so much for picking this. It's been really fun to go through it again. The next poll, not to spoil, I guess, the poll, but as I will say, the next poll is going to have Justice for All, which is a sequel to this, be an option, so people do want to see more Phoenix Wright. And want to see me or hear me yap more, then you are going to have the option to do that. Wait, was I going to put in Justice for All? Was I going to put in 999? I think I might have swapped it for 999, actually, unless 999 I was going to do for... No, 999 I think I was going to do for maybe Spooktober instead. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. We'll see. I might have swapped it out for 999. But yeah. Or maybe I had both. I can't remember now. I think I might have had Justice for All there as well, actually. Maybe I had both games on there. I think I had both games. But yes, anyway. Thank you so much for picking this game. It's been fun. Yeah, so, I have a thing where, well, I had a thing, but it's obviously going to be sidelined for now. Where I'd be doing polls for people to pick the next RA game I'd play. And this one, the last poll for that. You kept voting for it? Fuck yeah, GD. I assume you did as well, Pyramid. Yeah, thanks people for voting for it. It's a lot of fun. So, folks, I'll be back on very shortly. Don't worry. Give me about 10 minutes. I am going to be testing out... There's going to be a new starting soon screen. Lovingly made... lovingly made by... Well, the backgrounds for the wallpapers lovingly made by Spud in chat. So I'm really excited for people to see that. They worked very hard on it, and we have to support our artists, so... I'm sure people will like... Oh, get fucked. Get fucked. I'm sure people like to see that. But yeah, we're going to be starting the first soldier storyline in Never Crisis, so just want to make sure that I don't have to download like an update or anything like that before I start it. But yeah, I shall see you folks in about 10-20 minutes. Again, thank you so much for watching Phoenix Wright. And I hope people enjoyed seeing me get the mastery to this. Take care and see you folks in a short while. Bye-bye. Actually, should I just raid out? I can raid out to help so people can, like, watch people and maybe if they wanted to see somebody else play something for a bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's raid Keiki. She is playing Mind's Eye. Oh my god. I think she deserves a bit better than that. Yep. I shall see you folks in about 20 minutes or so, give or take. Take care and bye-bye.